Welcome to the Mystic Media Channel. I'm your host, Rabina Rastaban, aka The Realist Astrologer. And here is the second free reading for the month of April. This one is for Muna Awale. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Um, you wrote me, you sent me an email, so I'm just going to read what you wrote real quick. So Muna says, I was born on April 12th, 1978 at around 5 or 5:30 a.m. My sister Shukri was born on the 23rd of November 1980 around 8 or 9 p.m. in Kenya. We have always had a difficult relationship where I have put more effort because of our mom and because I'm always the bigger person, but I've given up now, sort of. Lots of love, Amina, I'm sorry. All right. So when I look at your chart, and I'm going to mainly focus on you because this is about you. It's about your sister, but it's more so about you and what you need to do. So you said you're tired of being the bigger person, but unfortunately, that's what you have to do in this lifetime. And this deals with your North Node being in Libra. So you are going to have to be the bigger person a lot of times, dealing with a number of situations, but especially dealing with your sister, and that's because your sister is dealing with some heavy energy that basically deals with the fact that a lot of her issues are beyond her control. Not saying that, she can't keep things, like she can't straighten up and try to be a better person, but when I look at your two charts, you're definitely one that has more free will, I'll say. And you're the one who can definitely turn things around and at least try to be more civil and be the bigger person, like I said. So, unfortunately, the two of you will probably always have a lot of tension between you guys. And that's because of some of the factors that are in your charts. When I put your two charts together, your synastry, although there's some good points, and this can mainly deal with the fact that the two of you are siblings and that there's physical resemblance and all that stuff, there are some serious challenges. Namely, um, her Pluto is opposing your Sun and Mercury. So that right there points to issues with control, where she tries to exert too much power and influence over you. If she can't do that, then she's liable to basically reject you, or call you out your name, or get vicious, get dirty. She could be rather ruthless towards you when it comes to her getting her way. She may even be jealous of you getting attention and shine in the family. Also, another issue is your Mars is squaring her Venus. That points to a lot of interpersonal conflict right there. It's going to be very hard for the two of you to see eye to eye a lot of times. This could deal with you being a little too forceful with her. Basically, you wanting to basically wield your power and your might over your sister. Let me see what else. Her Mercury is opposing your Venus. That could point to issues with communication, where she hurts your feelings by some of the things that she says to you. So basically, this is not a good situation in terms of trying to have a close relationship with your sister. So it's going to have to be one of those relationships where it's like, you guys come together during the holidays or for special occasions. If the two of you live together, that's going to be, I feel bad for you because, like I said, no matter how much you try to be the bigger person or how much you try to put your best foot forward, the two of you are still going to clash. So, there's not much I could tell you. If you live together, I would suggest that you try to get your own place as soon as possible, or hopefully she'll be moving out soon. But it's a very slim chance that things are really going to improve drastically between the two of you. But if you want things to become more civil, then you're going to have to be the one to be the bigger person. And again, that deals with your North Node in Libra. But also, that North Node in Libra is telling you that you also need to basically kind of like step away from the whole like attachment that you have to your family, because that's too much of reinforcing who you are in terms of your ego, in terms of your identification. So in this lifetime with your North Node and Libra, you really have to get out there and experience other sides of life through other people who are not related to you. So that is one of the reasons why you're going through this tension with your sister, because you're really not supposed to be too attached to that which you are basically that which you identify with strongly, and that could be your family for one. Let me see what else you got in your chart. And that South Node in Aries does mean that you're just naturally prone to conflict, to either become embroiled in conflict or to create conflict yourself. Now, in this lifetime, you may be creating this conflict subconsciously, but your Mars is in Leo, and that can make you very domineering and very aggressive at times. And your Mars is in square to Chiron, so that can make you rather uncompromising. Your own Mars is in square to Venus. It's a wide square, but I'm going to count it because you have that square, you and your sister, between each other with your Mars square her Venus, but it's very close as opposed to the one in your chart. So, yeah, basically, and the funny thing is, your South Node is at the 5th degree of Aries. That 5th degree pertains to siblings. So there it is right there. It's showing that in this lifetime, you really have to try to be as diplomatic as you can with your sibling, but you also have to have a healthy detachment where it's not that, you're not owning it. Don't own it, because in this lifetime, you have to understand that, other people are going to have their own perspectives. There's going to be, you're learning in this lifetime basically that, there's different viewpoints. Not everybody is going to be like you. So you're definitely finding that out with your sister, with your South Node at the 5th degree of Aries. So try to take a step back. Don't be so emotionally involved. And your moon is in opposition to Neptune, and that can cause you to just be too wrapped up in the affairs of your family where you can't break free, where it's like you're kind of trapped. And your moon is in Gemini, and Gemini deals with siblings, so you got this thing with siblings very the theme of siblings is very dominant in your chart. But like I said, you got to move away from the whole attachment to your sibling, the whole attachment to anything that you strongly identify with, because that's going to keep you in that South Node Aries mind frame or framework. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But you do have some uphill battles, like I said, with your Mars square Chiron, that can just cause you to be uncompromising in terms of your mode of operation, basically very domineering, and you got to check your ego. So that's another thing with the South Node in Aries. You got to leave your ego at the door, or things will never become civil between you and your sister. So I hope you found this insightful and enlightening. Let me know if you have any questions. You can either email me, or you could post a question in the comments section. And if anybody would like a chance for a free reading for the month of May, leave your birth details along with a question, and I just may pick you. And if you would like a in-depth reading now, you could go to my website at rabina.com. Peace and many blessings.